Archaeologists were shocked to discover the wheel of a chariot buried underground for 2,000 years. We often think that modern science is the result of groundbreaking inventions from the intellect of today's human beings. However, recent archaeological discoveries have made the entire world reconsider. From ancient times, humans have possessed incredibly advanced scientific inventions that we are only just beginning to understand today, such as telescopes, airplanes, spacecraft, and even nuclear reactors, technological products that even modern civilization must admire. This may seem hard to believe, but archaeological findings are gradually unveiling the mysteries of the intelligence and extraordinary creativity of our ancestors. These sophisticated technologies and scientific inventions not only change our understanding of the past, but also make us question the unsolved mysteries of ancient civilizations. So, what fascinating discoveries have archaeologists made in the past? Let's explore them in this video. A 2,000-year-old chariot found in an ancient fortress. An astonishing archaeological discovery has recently been made on Burrow Hill, near Melton Mowbray in Leicestershire, England, where archaeologists uncovered the remains of a bronze chariot dating back more than 2,000 years from the Iron Age. The artifacts found include a wheel hub, decorative rings, straps, and a set of reins resembling a wine barrel. Experts believe these items could date back to the 2nd or 3rd century BC. Decoding these artifacts, experts suggest that they are the remains of a chariot that was burned and buried as a sacrificial offering in a religious ceremony. The remnants of the chariot were found on a layer of chaff and straw, which is believed to have been used as fuel for the fire ritual. Archaeologists hypothesize that this might have been part of a ritual performed before dismantling or destroying a house in the fortress area, or to mark the changing of seasons. According to the archaeologists, the chariot likely belonged to a person of high social status, possibly a noble or a warrior. Jeremy Taylor, an archaeologist from the University of Leicestershire, said, "This is the biggest discovery we've made at Burrow Hill after 5 years of searching here. It's very rare that we make discoveries like this." After cleaning the surrounding soil and rocks, decorative details were revealed, with a three-pronged motif branching out from a central point, similar to the design on the flag of the Isle of Man, an island in the Irish Sea. The Cemetery of Mummies with Grinning Skulls. In the barren desert of Peru, just 30 kilometers from the city of Nazca, there lies a strange ancient cemetery where the skeletons seem to always bear wide, grinning smiles. This is the Chowchilla Cemetery, where dry, ancient bones have been preserved for over 1,000 years, and each time it is mentioned, locals shudder. This cemetery, belonging to the famous Nazca civilization, was discovered in the early 20th century but still holds many unsolved mysteries. Archaeologists believe that the Chowchilla Cemetery began to take shape in the 9th century, where the indigenous Nazca people buried their deceased in a special ritual. What is unusual is that the skeletons were not only buried sitting upright, but were also manipulated to create wide, grinning smiles, a phenomenon that remains unexplained. Furthermore, the hair on these skeletons remains intact and soft after more than 1,000 years, leaving scientists puzzled. They speculate that the dry, hot climate of the Nazca Desert played a role in preserving the bodies so well, despite the lack of mummification techniques. The Nazca civilization, known for its fascinating geometric symbols on the ground and unique artwork, flourished from around 100 to 800 BC. However, this civilization silently disappeared without leaving a clear explanation. One hypothesis suggests that desertification and climate changes may have contributed to the decline of the civilization. The Chowchilla Cemetery was buried under desert sand for centuries until excavations in the 20th century brought the mysterious grinning skeletons to light. Despite repeated tomb robberies that have stripped most of the treasures, Chowchilla remains a mysterious site that continues to capture the attention of archaeologists. Each grinning skeleton is a reminder of a mysterious culture, with religious rituals that the modern world still cannot fully explain. Skeletons covered in precious jade in ancient tombs. In the city of Xi'an, Shanxi Province, China, an international team of archaeologists led by the Xi'an Institute of Cultural Heritage and Archaeology has made a simultaneous discovery of 27 mysterious ancient tombs. These tombs are not only priceless treasures from a historical perspective, but also contain many special burial items that reflect the wealth and high status of their former owners. Among the 27 tombs, 4 large ones stand out, featuring clothing made from 2,200 pieces of jade, creating a mysterious and luxurious appearance. Archaeologists believe these are the final resting places of important figures, possibly nobles or high-ranking warriors from that time. This shows the level of respect and reverence that ancient society had for powerful individuals. The most remarkable burial items are small ceramic statues, which could hold the key to unlocking the mysteries of the tomb owners. Scientists hope these statues will help them learn more about the life, culture, and beliefs of people who lived around 2,000 years ago during the Han Dynasty. The ancient tombs are estimated to date back to about 2,000 years, to the time of the Han Dynasty. The Silk Road, which began in China at the time, stretched 6,400 kilometers, crossing landmarks such as the Taklamakan Desert, the Pamir Mountains, Afghanistan, the Levant, and the Mediterranean Sea. This route was used to export silk to the west and to bring wool, gold, and silver from the west to the east. Although the excavation of these 27 tombs is still in its early stages, archaeologists hope that a comprehensive excavation will provide more insight into burial customs and rituals of this period. Of course, this is not the first time a jade outfit has been found in ancient Chinese tombs. A similar outfit was previously discovered in the Western Han tombs, Yingcheng, Henan. These discoveries will undoubtedly continue to be crucial pieces in the puzzle of ancient Chinese history and culture. The 2,400-year-old tomb, full of mummies. In February 2019, a groundbreaking archaeological discovery was made south of Cairo, Egypt. Experts uncovered a tomb containing up to 50 mummies, believed to date back 2,400 years. This is one of the most important discoveries, found inside 4 burial chambers in the Tuna El Gibel archaeological site. What's fascinating is that among these mummies, 12 are children, a detail that has puzzled researchers. While the identities of these individuals have not been determined, experts speculate that they could have been important figures holding prestigious positions in society during the Ptolemaic, early Roman, or Byzantine periods. According to Mostafa Waziri, the Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities of Egypt, a notable point is that no names were found written in hieroglyphics. Additionally, some mummies were buried as deep as 9 meters and were carefully preserved with linen, while others were in stone coffins or wooden sarcophagi, further fueling curiosity and mystery about their identities and the circumstances surrounding their deaths. Why did they die? And how have their mummified bodies remained so well preserved, despite having been buried for over 2,000 years? The giant wheel on the plateau. Hidden amidst the arid plains of the Golan Heights near the Sea of Galilee in Israel, the Rujim El Hiri megalithic structure remains an unsolved mystery that has puzzled researchers for decades. Built with massive stones, this structure is likened to a giant wheel with at least 5 concentric rings surrounding a central stone mound. The name of the structure itself reflects its mysterious nature. Rujim El Hiri in Arabic means the stone heap of wild cats, while in Hebrew it is called Gigel Rephaim, or the Wheel of the Giants, associated with the biblical Rephaim giants. This structure dates back approximately 5,000 years, built during the early Bronze Age, around 3,000–2,700 BC. Remarkably, it coexists with the famous Stonehenge monument in England, which further intrigues scientists about its purpose and the people who built it. The structure is composed of around 40,000 tons of black basalt stones, forming giant circles with diameters exceeding 152 meters and heights ranging from 1 to 2.5 meters. These stone circles are incomplete, connected by short walls, forming spokes resembling a giant wheel. Additionally, a notable feature of Rujim El Hiri is the stone mound at its center, which stands 5 meters high with a diameter between 20 and 25 meters. It is believed to be a burial site, but no human remains have been found. One hypothesis suggests that instead of direct burial, the remains may have been processed by birds or wild animals, then gathered and placed in boxes. Although few artifacts have been found, scientists believe that jewelry and weapons were once stored in the stone mound. Another theory posits that Rujim El Hiri may have been built for astronomical purposes. Time-traveling watch in an ancient tomb. In 2008, a team of archaeologists and journalists were working on a documentary at a tomb from the Ming Dynasty, 1368 to 1644. The tomb, located in Shaanxi, a county in Guangxi Province, China, yielded a surprising discovery during excavation. Experts found an unidentified object inside the sealed tomb. Initially, they thought it was a ring. However, after cleaning the object, they realized it was a watch ring. Strangely, the object was about 2 mm thick and had a face resembling that of a watch. The hands were frozen at 10:06, and the back of the watch had the word Swiss engraved on it, along with the inscription Philip Melanchthon, 1530 beneath it. Scientists were baffled as to why Swiss was engraved in English, considering that during that time, the Swiss only used French and German. Moreover, archaeologists confirmed that the tomb had remained completely intact and had never been opened since it was sealed over 400 years ago during the Ming Dynasty. Switzerland, as a nation, didn't exist until 1848, as it was still the Swiss Confederation before then. So, why did this watch appear in a Ming tomb? Archaeologists raised the question, could the watch have time-traveled to another era? A heated debate ensued, and many hypotheses were proposed. The most widely accepted theory is that the watch ring was placed in the tomb in an unconventional manner. They suggested that if the watch ring had belonged to the tomb's owner, it would have been worn by that person. Additionally, during the Ming Dynasty, watches hadn't yet been invented, so whoever owned it would likely have cherished it as a valuable funerary item. However, since the watch was found outside the coffin, it indicates that it was likely an accidental find within the tomb. Historical records mention that in 1558, Queen Elizabeth I owned a rudimentary watch ring. In 1755, a watchmaker named Karen created the first buttoned watch ring in Paris. This indicates that watch rings had been produced for quite some time, but considering the timeline, it's impossible for one to have existed during the Ming Dynasty. Therefore, another hypothesis suggests that the watch ring might have belonged to a tomb raider who had previously broken into the tomb and dropped it while rummaging around the coffin. Some experts also propose that an animal, like a rat, might have found the watch and carried it into the tomb. Although several possibilities have been suggested, the true origins of the Swiss watch in the Ming Dynasty tomb remain an unresolved mystery, making it one of the most puzzling archaeological discoveries in China. Ancient Royal Castle. Recently, archaeologists uncovered rare remnants of an ancient royal residence in Jerusalem. The discovery included several soft limestone artifacts with intricate carvings, representing an architectural style known as Proto-Aeolian, one of the most significant styles of the First Temple period, which spanned from 1000 to 586 BCE. In addition to the carved stone capitals, archaeologists found luxurious window frames and railings. While the capitals were well preserved, unfortunately, the rest of the building was destroyed thousands of years ago. Archaeologists suspect it was likely destroyed during the Babylonian destruction of Jerusalem in 586 BCE. Researchers are also uncertain who occupied the ancient residence, but it could have been one of the kings of Judah or a noble family. The boldness and grandeur of the stone architectural features are considered evidence of Jerusalem's recovery after the Assyrian siege of the city in 701 BCE. They also indicate that, by the time the castle was built, the city's residents and their buildings were no longer confined within defensive walls. Mongol warship wreck. In the 13th century, Kublai Khan, the grandson of Genghis Khan and founder of the Yuan dynasty, sent hundreds of thousands of soldiers across the sea to invade Japan in an effort to expand his empire in 1274 and 1281. According to historical records, during both invasions of Japan, Kublai Khan mobilized 4,000 warships and 140,000 soldiers. However, during both campaigns, the Mongol warships encountered powerful storms and thousands of ships sank. Japanese historical texts describe the two storms as kamikaze, divine winds, as the people of Japan believed the storms were sent by the gods to destroy the invading forces. Recently, divers discovered the wreck of a Mongol warship in a bay near the city of Matsura, on the western coast of Kyushu Island in Japan. The ship, which is 20 meters long and 7 meters wide, is believed to have sunk while trying to avoid the storm. The ship's design, along with the 13th century porcelain artifacts found nearby, led the research team to believe it was part of the invasion fleet. Atsuyuki Nakata, a cultural official from the city of Matsura, revealed that the shipwreck is remarkably well preserved, with many porcelain pieces, including a white vase and a bowl, found around it. The team aims to study the wreck to learn about the materials used by the Mongols 730 years ago, as well as their shipbuilding techniques. This is the third Mongol warship wreck discovered from the invasions of Japan. World's largest ancient underground city. The region of Cappadocia in central Turkey is home to some of the most stunning landscapes in the world, with deep valleys, steep cliffs, and ancient dwellings, churches, tombs, and underground cities carved harmoniously into the natural terrain. Recently, Turkish archaeologists uncovered another massive underground city, consisting of at least 7 kilometers of tunnels, churches, and corridors dating back about 5,000 years. The ancient city was found beneath the Nevşehir fortress and its surrounding area during an urban development project. Around 1,500 buildings were destroyed in and around the Nevşehir fortress, and the underground city was discovered during excavation for new construction. Nevşehir province is famous for the incredible underground city of Derinkuyu, which once housed about 20,000 residents. Derinkuyu is 11 levels deep, with 600 entrances and miles of tunnels connecting to other cities. The city includes sleeping quarters, stables, wells, water storage tanks, cooking pits, ventilation shafts, communal rooms, baths, and burial areas. To date, researchers have found over 40 artifacts in the tunnels, leading experts to believe that the city beneath Nevşehir is one-third larger than Derinkuyu. The ancient city of Nevşehir was discovered 2 years ago when workers identified the entrance to a tunnel and an underground room system during demolition for a new housing project. Scientists have found a complete settlement with kitchens, a wine production facility, water channels, chapels, ventilation shafts, and more. They believe the city could date back to the time of the Eastern Roman Empire. 3,000-year-old beehives. Archaeologists working in northern Israel have recently uncovered vivid evidence of an ancient beekeeping industry, including honeycombs, hives, and what is referred to as the oldest beehives in the world. The excavation, conducted in the ruins of the city of Rehov, revealed 30 almost intact beehives dating back to around 900 BCE. These findings are unique and provide evidence that the beekeeping industry existed and flourished in the Holy Land during the time the Bible was written. Beekeeping seems to have played an important role, as honey was used both as a medicinal remedy and as a nutritious food, while beeswax was used for molding. Although beekeeping is not an uncommon profession in historical records, evidence of it in Rehov had never been discovered before. According to Professor Mazar, the artificial beehives were made from straw and unbaked clay, with a hole at one end for the bees to enter and exit, and a lid at the other end so the beekeeper could reach inside and collect the honeycombs. The hives were neatly arranged in 3 separate rows in a large room, capable of holding hundreds of hives. This discovery confirms that beekeeping was a highly developed industry, part of a well-organized economy. The mysterious blood jade. In the 1980s, while working the fields in Mao Mountain, Jiangsu Province, China, a farmer accidentally came across an ancient tomb. He immediately notified the authorities, and archaeologists came to the site to carry out an excavation. According to experts, the tomb in Mao Mountain had a fairly simple structure and small size. Inside, there were many artifacts, though not particularly rare or valuable. However, as the excavation was nearing its end, one of the team members unexpectedly found an artifact that was red in color. After cleaning off the dirt and dust, it was revealed to be a round, smooth piece of red jade about the size of an egg. This discovery sparked curiosity about whom the red jade belonged to and its origin. After further research and investigation of historical records, experts confirmed that it was a piece of blood jade. In ancient times, wealthy individuals, officials, nobles, and royalty would carry a piece of jade for good fortune, protection, and to ward off evil spirits. However, blood jade was reserved for the dead. After a person passed away, their family would place a piece of jade in the deceased's mouth, and over time, the jade would turn red like blood. According to folklore, anyone who dared to remove the blood jade from a corpse would face bad luck and even tragic consequences. Taoist legends also mention the magical properties of blood jade, claiming that it could not only repel evil spirits, but also be used as a tool for exorcism by powerful spiritual leaders. However, this remains purely legendary, and to date, scientists have been unable to find scientific evidence to confirm whether blood jade has the properties described in these ancient tales. Thus, the mystery of blood jade remains unsolved to this day. Recent archaeological discoveries have greatly surprised archaeologists and opened up many new hypotheses about human history. From strange cemeteries in Peru and ancient ruins in Turkey to mysterious structures on highlands, each discovery offers valuable clues about ancient civilizations. These findings not only enrich the treasure trove of human knowledge, but also spark curiosity and continuous exploration by future researchers. What about you? Which discovery impressed you the most? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Now, goodbye, and see you again soon.